Hello and welcome back to my YouTube. Today I'm back at the physio. This is session 8. There's a potential chance that I might be getting cleared to go back to playing football or at least go to training. However, last week I was a little bit naughty and I will be telling Andy when I get in. But yeah, we'll see what it is. I think I'm doing sprint work today and like directional changes, so that should be pretty interesting. However, I am still actually aching from the football match on Saturday. Like 45 minutes is the longest I've played pretty much since December last year before the last lockdown. Yeah, so not ideal. So yeah, it's actually now Tuesday. The game was on Saturday, so I'm still aching, which yeah. Anyway, let's get in there, see what we're getting up to. Let's go.
How's the knee been?
It's been fine. I was actually a little bit naughty last week. Footy lads asked me if I'd come training because they were short on a few numbers.
Yeah.
I said I'll only come as long as you don't come near me. Basically, I said I'll just
okay.
I'll take it easy.
Have you had any issues with it at all?
Absolutely fine. And then because they were short on Saturday, they asked because I'd been training, will you play Saturday?
Yeah.
And I said because they were looking at cancelling the game because they were short. So I'll go on the bench as an absolute sort of last thing if someone gets injured. And of course, by half time, 2 lads had a knock and 1 lad's over 18.
Go on, how far have you played? Have you played?
Played the full second half.
Get it. Any issues?
Scored from 30 yards as well.
Typical. Very typical. Have you got video footage?
No, didn't get any. But no, yeah, I was a bit nervous. I said I don't really want to be playing, to be honest.
As soon as you threw that, you're in. It happens.
But yeah, I said I'm doing it as a one-off. I'm not coming back playing until I'm told I'm allowed to.
Was it 45 minutes?
Yeah, full 45. I didn't sort of go in for any tackles or anything like that. I just sort of floated about up top.
Stayed out of the way.
Yeah, I actually did get a big tackle the first 2 minutes. Didn't realise he followed me and came straight through the side.
It happens every single time.
Yeah,
every single time.
It was fine. No, yeah, I've not had a. However, the only injury I've had is my whole body has been in absolute ruins.
Just general damage.
Oh yeah, my hamstrings have been tight, my hip flexors, my abs, just everything. My upper back as well. I was like, oh my god.
Do you know what? I didn't check past it before I saw you today, and I'd have to go back on another page and I don't know how to find it. Is this your last approved session with Booper, or have you got a couple? Have you got another one?
We got 4, didn't we? So I've still
the
got.
last one, how many have you got left? 2 then?
Still got 2 after that.
2. That's all right. Should make
This
it
is
absolute
yeah.
sure.
This is my 8th one, so I've got 2 more.
We planned on doing today like a quality of movement assessment and go through that. I can sort of show you what that is as well. Actually, I've got a document on here as well. I have to bring this out. I just keep leaving my laptop lying around, smashing it everywhere. Right. Okay. So have you noticed any swelling with it at all?
No, the only thing I did notice was like every now and again when I was running, it would just feel maybe a little bit awkward because I think it was more to do with not being used to those sort of movements.
Yeah.
It was
in sort of 70-second runs and stuff like that. It would not really any change of direction.
Yeah, so I only managed to get 1 of each done before I was away last week.
Worry about that.
Yeah.
All
Before
days
it was a bit of a struggle because I'd done legs the day before, but I managed to get through it.
How was the holiday as well?
Yeah, it was alright.
Whereabouts were you?
Wick Barrow, it's called.
Which lake is it now?
It's not too far from Keswick.
Right, okay.
And Penrith. Yeah, it's about 15 minutes away from Penrith actually.
You've got completely dry knee. Just push your knee down into the bed for me as tight as you can. And left down. Just chill that out. Did you have the weather as well?
Yeah, it was meant to be raining like the whole time we were there and it was sunny every day. Got really lucky. I don't know how.
Yeah, it's just turned, hasn't it now?
Yeah. The only issue was it was sort of in the middle of nowhere. There wasn't all that much to do.
Who were you away with?
Just the
Just
family.
take you end up in touch, are you? What family have you got?
I've got 3 younger brothers, mum, dad. We went shooting on one of the days, like pellet shooting at targets. That was alright.
Decent.
Mum came out the best as well.
Worrying.
Yeah, a little bit.
A bit of family time, to be honest, though. I suppose you won't get much of that, will you?
It's good to get away from it.
No pain at all, where I no. So, no joint line tenderness, stable ACL. So you've not got any sign of the joints reacting at all. You've got no effusion as well, more important as well. So, there's no suggestion that your knee is not tolerated doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
You just got to tick a couple of boxes. Right, okay. Let's get you warmed up. I'll pop you over here to get a little bit of work on the both soon.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll do the forward one first, right? So all I'm after you doing now is with your hands onto your hips, all you've got to do is hop off and land facing forward.
How far now? Sorry.
Half a metre, doesn't matter, it's just a hop forward and a drop down. Okay, now back up. Just repeat it a couple of times, just have a little practice, you keep an eye on it.
Ooh, that's a bit good. Pointing out a little bit there.
You see the things I'm looking at? Yeah, so you can see the shoulders will drop.
Yeah, my
Right.
front went out.
Chill out there for a second. Let me just bring this back. Okay. I'm going to stand in front of you now, okay? Okay. Ready when you are. And again. Okay, stop there 2 seconds. So, I'm just going to choose. Let's go off the scoring criteria we've got here. Okay, first thing, do you get any excessive arm movement to balance? No. Don't score for that. Trunk alignment, do you lean in any direction when you land? No. Solid as you want. Pelvic plane, so does your hand go higher? So what will happen here is your left hand will drop. So do your hands. No, you don't accommodate there by dropping. You're not flexing forward and rotating at all. Does the weight bearing, so the weight bearing thigh, does it move into hip adduction when you land? It's only that is. Do you know what? That is the smallest amount. That, you see it?
Yeah.
But what it's not doing, it's not really dropping into any noticeable valgus. That's actually dropping to like a normal aligned
like
position.
corrected it, isn't it?
Correct. So even though it looks like your knee's kicking in, it's not going into what we term exactly. It's not going into what we term a valgus position.
Yeah.
So you don't have that. You don't touch down with the weight bearing foot when you do it either, and you don't wobble either. So you get a 0,
Take that.
which is ace. So you can't do any better than that. All right.
Yep.
Right. Okay. Now we're going to do the same thing as a coronal jump as well. Right. So right side, coronal plane. We go sideways. Have a little go. We'll do a set of 5. Little warm up go, and then we'll score it. Take a bit of getting used to. Don't worry. I'd have been a good one.
Go sit down.
Let's film it. Slide it across. Two more. Just hold it for half a second longer when you land.
I've gone worse when you've stood in front of that.
So, all done, not the most exciting of sessions. We were meant to do some sprint work, but instead we did like a box ticking exercise that I needed to do, which is what you saw jumping off the boxes. And that was essentially to see how my knee reacts as I jump off like a slight height, which all went well. Scored pretty much perfect on both front jumps and side jumps. And then I'm getting these sprints put into my actual training plan, which is going to be 6 sort of diagonal sprints with a straight sprint out of it. And I'm seeing Andy now in 4 weeks, unfortunately, because away for the last 2 weeks of August, so I'm not going to be able to get in time. But after those 4 weeks, hopefully that is it. We're leaving one last session that I've got signed off, just for anything that we may or may not need, and then we are getting back into playing football. And the thing is as well, 4 weeks is a nice long time where I can sort of really build up on my running. I'm now going to be doing some sort of running 6 times a week. So a lot compared to what I used to do, put it that way. But yeah, really looking forward to getting back. Hopefully the 7th of September is the day that I will be getting signed off. It's been a long time. Oh, there's a wasp. But yeah, if you've enjoyed this one, make sure you drop a like. If you're new, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one in 4 weeks.